Hey, what's going on, guys? Chief here, and welcome back to part 3 of our quest to take down Dr. Terra's Mega Crab bases. So, there's two reasons why we are going to use replays for this video, and that is one is because it's easier for me personally to be attacking and not having to commentate when it's a really high level base like these are when they're like level 14, 15. So it's easier for me to just focus on and then focus on the attack and then commentate over it after. And the other reason is because sometimes they get really, really long because these bases are gigantic. So in obviously a replay, we can go ahead and speed up if need be. So those are the two reasons. Let's go ahead and just go ahead and commentate over here. So obviously, massive amounts of boom cannons and cannons here on on Mega Crab stage 11 here. We're going to be doing, by the way, part 3, we're going to be doing videos or stages 11 through 15. But yeah, back to the thing. So we got the critters actually released, and now the critters are actually soaking up some of the damage from the cannons and the boom cannons. And as you guys know, the critters are great at focusing single target defenses because the single target defenses can only shoot so quickly, so they have a hard time keeping up with the large amount of critters. So let's go ahead and keep moving. We got past the cannons and the boom cannons pretty well there, so let's go ahead and move on. You see the machine gun, the 4 rocket launchers, and then the cannon and the sniper tower over on that left side. So we're going to go ahead and continue pushing up here. You see the Zookas. I actually went for a reflare there and then a shot, or some artillery to take out the rocket launcher as well as the machine gun, and that was so we could just kind of keep everybody on focus so they don't have to go deal with this left side, which really we didn't need to. We could just go ahead and keep moving up because the HQ's over here. The HQ is all the way over here, so we really did not need to focus on being all the way on the other side of the map. Obviously, as you can see, the troops love to depart. They don't like sticking together. They like splitting up. I don't know why, but they do. So as you can see, they're just kind of split up again. I should have dropped a med kit over there on those heavies, but the medic did a good job at clutch keeping them alive for long enough to where the medic, so the medics can heal them back up again. But as you can see, we're going to go for a flare here and then a med kit. Zuka's actually almost going down there, but the medics are keeping them alive, clutch by the medics there. And now we're just going to focus on the HQ, and this is key. So the mortar's focusing on the heavies. So if the mortar was focusing on the Zookas, it would be detrimental, but the Zookas are able to just tear into that HQ while the mortars, the cannon's focusing on the Zookas, but the mortar and the shock launcher is focusing on the heavies. And I think the cannon's going to go out of range very soon. Alright, so it just took out a mortar and a medic, and even then, it was too late. So you don't have to take down the shield generator to take the base. So we took down we just teared through the shield. We did enough damage to the shield to where it collapsed, and then we took down the HP of the HQ. So you can get through a shield generator by 2 ways. Let's go ahead and move on to number 12. You can go ahead and take out the shield generator, and then the shield will be gone, or you can fight through the shield itself on the HQ, which is a certain amount of HP, and then move on. So when the shield goes down, I think the shield generator just gets destroyed with it. I'm not exactly positive, but that's how it works. So let's go ahead and continue moving on to this is number 12. This is stage number 12. So we're gonna go and throw barrages just to generalize, as you can see, because the base is pretty spread out. Let's go ahead and take a look at zooming in a little bit. If the heavies and the Zookas, so you see the heavies are here, 2 heavies off alone, no Zookas behind them, so there's really no point in them staying over there, but we do need to handle these single shot defenses, and we do need to focus on taking them down, because they can be detrimental. The sniper towers are starting to get pretty high level, and that can be a problem for us if we don't shock them often. So let's go ahead and continue. As you can see, you have the Zookas, you have the critters in the very top corner just completely going ham, and then you also have this just main beef of troops moving through. It's almost hard to see your troops sometimes because a lot of the color schemes on this base is similar to the troops. So at this point, we want to go ahead and flare back, and that's because they're getting too far over and too distracted from the HQ. The HQ is back there, whereas they're already moving all the way down to this bottom section. So eventually, we're going to want to flare back. The critters were alone, so they're fine. The critters don't follow flares anyway. So we're going to go ahead and take out there because we did actually just unleash a critter box. or a critter collector, and then this one team right here moved on to the HQ, and they almost just took it down. I don't know why I didn't just let them take it. Oh, because I wanted to Hyper Barrage. There we go. Hyper Barrage on the HQ, and all the critter collectors come letting their critters swarm out of their hiding spots, and that is going to be number 12 going down. So moving on to number 13. 13, I actually messed up. I had to use 3 attacks on it. So we'll just go ahead and go to the one where it was destroyed. Basically, what I tried to do was take it out with only critters, and you can see I just took out some of these defenses back here with artillery, and then I put critters on the HQ. But they just couldn't have enough damage. So we're going to go ahead and just deploy our troops on the bottom here. And you can see the heavy's taking some damage from the flamethrowers. The flamethrowers are getting pretty high levels, so we do have to be aware of those. Although the medics do have, hopefully, enough healing power to counteract that. As you can see, that heavy is actually pretty low. I'm not sure exactly what he got dropped by, probably a boom cannon or a cannon. Obviously, the cannons and the boom cannons, you can see by their graphic design, are pretty high. So you just moving through this base, moving through the entire base, you can see that we have, coming up, we have cannons, mostly machine guns in the middle part, but then it gets to more cannons at the end there before you kind of sneak into that side corner. So obviously our heavies are already hurt, you can see, so we need to get past this area, and I forgot to turn Do Not Disturb on, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and continue moving. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. Oh, I do have it on. I don't know why it was giving me that notification then. That's weird. Alright, so Critter Collector, there it is, it comes out, and now we're going to go ahead and continue pushing up. Here's some Critter Collectors over here, actually, but we never, I think the Zookas are actually going to go over there. Yeah, the Zookas in that heavy are going to go over there to take them out. As you can see, they're getting absolutely destroyed by the shock mine, so I go ahead and decide to flare them back, just so they can go ahead and let those critters run wild. So the critters run wild, and then they immediately start going for that cannon, and like we talked about before, they can take out single shot units very quickly, so that sniper tower is also going to fall, and then the critters themselves are going to free some more critters, and there comes some more, and then some more after that, and just help us wreak havoc on the base. The smoke is still going, so if the smoke wasn't still going, it would be a better situation, but the critters are actually going to be able to take out a pretty good amount on their own, and I do throw a shock bomb as soon as my troops step out of that smoke, and we are literally almost to the end here, so we're going to go ahead and be able to take stage 13 down here pretty easily. So the goop vats, the animation for the goop is absolutely fantastic. We're going to actually see it in a little bit here as they come up on it. So here it is, boom, and it just explodes out of there. There's another one. So fantastic animation there by the boom team. And we're going to go ahead and finish this base up pretty easily. Just going to throw 5 boxes of critters back there and let them wreak havoc. Actually, you can see there's actually some Zookas already on it. All the other troops are distracted by the cannon, but those Zookas and those critters know exactly what to go for, and that is going to be the end of number 13 there. So let's go ahead and move on to number 14. We actually were able to destroy it in one go, so let's go ahead and take a look at it real quickly. This one we're probably going to put into 2 times speed just because we need, just for the sake of time. So as you can see, heavy's coming up here, a lot of splash damage initially on the beach. You can see these shield generators protected by critters, which are going to fight on our behalf. So Dr. T did not think that one out, although a lot of shield on the HQ due to all those shield generators. So Hyper Barrage coming out at 2 times looks absolutely fantastic. Troops pushing through the base, we can go ahead and get it back to 1 times as the video progresses here. But as you can see, a lot of those critters just swarming due to the massive amount of critter containers that were there. So now you can see our troops are very heavily split up across literally the entire section of the base. So we probably need to do something about this before it gets to the point where they're too spread out thin, where the defense are going to have be able to pick them off, which obviously we don't want. So we're going to go ahead and do that reflare now. A little too late now that I'm watching the replay. It was actually very late in my opinion, and that's another good thing about doing the replay. I can go ahead and reflect back on good things and bad things about what I did during the raid. But yeah, that, in my opinion, that was not a good timing on that. That should have been done way earlier. I was probably distracted watching the bottom half or something. But let's go ahead and continue moving here. We should be able to finish this off. Lost too many troops than we should have, but you can see that we have enough to salvage the snipe right now. So let's go ahead, throw the shock on those back defenses there, and just throw some on the snipers, and we should be able to just let this main group of Zookas here just snipe it. You can see over here some more Zookas stepping up to the plate. The medic's barely keeping them alive. They are still burning from the flamethrower damage, so the medic's doing a great job at keeping them alive. The flamethrower actually almost went down due to some Zooka fire, and now that mortar is targeting those Zookas, but it will be the end of them if he does. Yeah, so it got them. There's no even chance for healing. They just die because it's too much they're too squishy. So here comes actually a major group of Bazookas have to go down there, and let's go ahead and speed it up from there up to 4 times. And they basically just sit here for the next 40 seconds and snipe it. So that was way too close or way closer than it should have been. But we were able to take it down in one go. So not bad there. Since we took out the shield generators before we got to the HQ, it made it a lot less work for us when we got to the HQ. So in a way, it was good, because if we left those shield generators there, then we'd be hitting that HQ for a very, very long time, and we'd actually probably run out of time. So let's go ahead and get into the last one of the video. Let's go ahead and go into 2 times. Actually, so this one, we need to see the first half because I did a lot of the work in the first half. This one took 2 attacks. This one actually I did this morning. So here's a critter collector or critter container, I think it's called, directly on the beach here, and then a lot of single shot units. So we're gonna go ahead and get those single shot units subdued with the shock bomb, and then you can see the shield generator in the middle of those, which eventually is gonna have to go down. You can see the wire running all the way to the HQ, and then 2 more shield generators up on the top. So this HQ is gonna have a lot of HP as well. But if we can fight to the end here, we don't need to worry about the HP of the HQ because we will have enough firepower to take it down. This isn't like Warriors where you're just trying to get the HQ down as fast as you can. We're actually doing pretty well at taking down these single shot units. We will probably need 1 more shock bomb. Actually, no, we should be good. Yeah, we should be good. The boom cannons shoot like every 3.5 seconds, so the Zookas are just able to swarm them before they can shoot, although there's a lot of machine guns here, and if they were low level, it wouldn't matter as much because the medics can counteract them before they can do any damage, but now they're getting pretty high level, so as you can see, I do throw a shock there just to keep them subdued as the troops work up the beach here. I'm trying to keep everybody focused on just pushing up the center area, but as you can see, some of the troops are getting a little distracted on this section. So we can see, zooming in here, you can see the wire, you can see the machine gun, you can see the incredible detail on the machine gun, which absolutely looks fantastic on the iPhone 6 Plus here. And just slowly scrolling over, you can see the rocket launcher over here, which is doing a good amount of damage to the heavies, but while the defenses are shock bombed, the heavies are being healed back up by those medics, and we're going to go ahead and move. You can see the critters up top taking down the machine guns as best as they can, and let's go ahead and continue as we push up to, as you can see, the HQ. We're going to need to do a good amount of damage. It doesn't look like we're going to be able to take it down just because there's a lot of sniper towers and cannons that are going to be able to take out our heavies. But we will push as far as we can before we go down, and that way it'll make the next attack that much easier. And it'll guarantee the next attack to be the finishing one, as you can see. So let's go ahead and finish up here. We should be good to go. And let's see. So Zooka's moving into play. Critters coming in to the shock launcher there, but they basically just get exploded by mine. And speeding up the end here, we just go ahead and go with a barrage and an artillery into the HQ and then retreat all the way back to the boats. So going in and getting into the last raid of the video. This one is actually going to be longer just because, like I said, these bases take a long time. Let's go ahead and 4-speed the troops. You can see them. This is actually going to be fun. They're going to just see them running up the base. If we go 1, they're incredibly slow. You go 2, they're pretty good, but you go 4, they just rock it up. And here we go. So moving in, they're gonna go. They actually, I don't know why they lined up at this line so well, but they did. I didn't even flare them; they just did that on their own. So that's pretty impressive. This main group over here is just gonna be able to completely walk through the flamethrower. They are completely refreshed troops. I refreshed all of them, and I came back at this base at full speed. But as you can see, a lot of the heavies are already. Oh, those are the critters. Okay, never mind. So the heavies, all the heavies are completely fine. Although I was running. It looks like I have a pretty low amount of heavies, and that's because I have 1 landing craft upgrading due to the massive amount of loot that I got. So there's another shock bomb on that top half to keep that little small team that we have up there going. Shield, there goes down the shield. So now all we have to do is focus on the actual HP of the HQ, and boom, there it goes. I was waiting for it right there, and replay ends in 0 seconds, and there it is. So that is going to be the end of part 3 for our quest to take down Mega Crab Stage 3, or Mega Crab Stage as long as we can go, essentially. So leave a like if you enjoyed the video. If you want more of these videos in the future, type just explaining the game, explaining how the raid works. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a ton of fun helping you guys out and just making the video itself. So that is it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and that is going to be it. So we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.